a ranting stream. Uh, Not ranting stream, but it's not. I don't know. I don't want to make this about the perfume. Maybe I'll talk perfume though, like later, once I have the camera on. Just wanted to go on and talk about how little gestures, how little things that makes my day. Like not makes my day, but it's how nice to notice those little things that people do, like little gestures. I was in for my finally I went for a blood work after 3 years of not having any. Which I was usually supposed to have one once a year. But I went for a blood work yesterday and on my lunch break, and this lady, is that Moose? Hi, Moose. This lady picked me up from the waiting room where I go for lab. So actually, it was quiet. She picked me up from the at the and she was like she was wearing a mask, but you could tell she's smiling the whole time from her tone of voice. And she was so kind, and she was so cheery. Like honestly, I had a busy morning. I felt like there was like I felt lighter after coming out of there. And she was just nice. Like she was just nice. She was cheery. She was nice. What does she even made a little like humor, like not joke, but a little humor. One, two, buckle my shoe. One, two, buckle my shoe. And I felt like so nice. Like these things actually stay with me when people are so nice. I do notice that because these days it's these days it's hard to find people being nice. Like just going that, and it doesn't. I don't know. It does take an effort. I'm not gonna lie because I am in a place that I have to also put a mask on no matter what. Like what I feel. I mean, it's like a professional environment. I can't be just sulking. So it does take an effort. It is a lie if I say if it's not taking an effort. It definitely does. But just so nice to see people, you know, like putting that effort in and putting a smile on. And I feel like maybe when you do fake it, especially when you have people who reciprocate, right? Like, so like, I was there with like in a more work mode, right? In my lunch and my work mode. I wasn't particularly cheery or like smiley, but then her kind of having that kind of like a smile and like the cheeriness in her voice, it just made me smile. And it's kind of contagious, right? It made me smile, and I felt lighter coming out of there, like it's to go to work, back to work. And this morning, like there is on my way to one of my workplaces, there's a coffee place, like it's a Tim Horton, like it's a Tim Horton drive-through, and I do stop by most of the time that I'm going to that work. But that place used to have really cheerful employees. Like they would sometimes they like when they're taking your order, they would like even they would be singing even, and then they're like handing out your order. It's just like happy, like I don't know, the hump day, and like they would be so cheery, and that I liked going there. Like even sometimes that I didn't care about having a coffee, I would just go there just like to have that interaction, right? Like it's just that I think that it fills a little bit of our buckets when people are so nice like that. But then recently, I've noticed that they've replaced everyone. I think in that, or at least that's what looks to me. Um, and that is no longer the case. Like there's not a lot of cheery, happy people, which is making me sad and not wanting to go back because that was pretty much like it's not like Tim Horton coffee is a good coffee. It is a coffee, just get your caffeine in. So it making me think that maybe I don't want to go. I like these little efforts that people do, like little smile. It goes such a long way. Um, one of the biggest lessons that somebody taught me. People hear me in the chat? Like, I don't even know if people can hear me in the chat, but anyways, I used to work in a call center when I moved here. Like, I did work in a call center for Bill Canada for like 3 months or so. And I am generally not a salesperson. I don't have a sales sales pitch. I can't. I, I'm not that kind of person. And my department was not a sales department. My department was like general inquiries, which anything can fall in. Generally, is when people have been screwed over on their bills. They call, so they are generally pissed off, and that job was not a fit for me because I like, you know, all day, every day you get that, and it's constantly, you don't know where your lunchtime is. Your lunchtime is just the system decides when your lunchtime is. You have a certain amount of break, and if you don't go on your break, even if when you have a customer on, then you missed out on your break, and who fucking cares? So it was that. It was kind of a difficult. Honestly, I have a lot of sympathy for people who work in call centers. I do get frustrated when they are being morons, but like I do have a lot of sympathy for them because I've been there. Like, and then you have like, I don't know, maybe things are better now. There would be like 15, 16 apps open, and then your computer would crash. Hi, Bubush. Your computer would crash in the middle, and then you're trying to reboot this person who's already pissed off about their bill. And there was a huge pressure on selling stuff, even though like they have called like pissy about their bill, like you were supposed to sell things. And we had this one guy, like the supervisors would generally log into your like calls and would listen, like walk around there with their headset on and they're listening, and you didn't know like who they're listening to, but they generally would listen to our calls. And then my supervisor was like cool like a cucumber. This guy is like perfect to work in a call center, right? Like you couldn't even get angry with him. Like he was just so cool and chill. Total opposite of me. And then one day he told me, it's like, you know what? I'm going to teach you something you will never forget. If you just pretend to be smiling, if you smile when you're talking to someone, it goes such a long way. Even though they don't see you, they will hear it. And that is absolutely correct. I have tested this theory many times later on in life. Like, I didn't like sale. I got out of there because it wasn't the job for me, anyways. But any difficult conversations, like when I started with a smile, and also kind of use the sandwich method, right? Like bad news, good news, bad news, good news. Um, so it always went so well, and that just these little things make such difference in people's lives, really. Um, that's all I wanted to kind of mention. There's Starbucks close to my house, and they have almost all very good employees, and like they all know they all know, oh hi Moose. They all know my kids and what they like, what they don't like. Like this is a drive-through, and it just makes the whole, like, even the kids ask, like, if we are closer to another Starbucks, they will go like, no, let's go to that Starbucks because they love that Starbucks. They often also, if somebody messes up their order and like something that they didn't want, we get that order. They get an extra. Oftentimes I walk into office with like 2 cups of coffee because somebody like messed up an order or something. So anyways, shopping for shoes. Oh, I'll show you my shoes because today I'm wearing such a kick-ass shoes. Let me just get to the place and I'll just once I'm stationed, I'm gonna turn the camera on. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Wearing these kind of shoes, I'm kind of apprehensive about how it's gonna look in the office because it's a little too kick-ass. Or maybe it's too much for office, but we shall see. Anywho, like, again, I mean, it doesn't. I guess it is an effort to put a nice smile on you, just to be kind of kind in general in your interactions, but it goes so well. Like, and I'm not just saying just do that to get what you want from people. It just makes your own life easier. And to be honest, once you kind of get into that mentality, it makes your day go better. As you notice that I'm trying to pep talk myself to go to work because T-2 from vacation and I don't want to go to work, but I am trying to. Oh, the fuck. Sorry. Thought they closed the parking lot. Here goes out my positivity. Alright, you're almost gonna get to the place and I'm gonna show you my shoes. My shoes. Madame, you're first. Go ahead. Alright. Turn around. Turn around. It's gonna be hot, 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 hot today. Alright. Let's see. How are you guys doing? What are you wearing? What's the scent of the day? How's everyone? What? Is there? God damn it. Everybody's at work today. What's going on? Don't you all work from home? I'll park here. That's alright. We shall park here. A quiet spot. New shoes. Something happened. Whose new shoes? Maybe Moose is getting married. Huh? How about that? Hold on. Let me just turn this off. Do that. And I'll turn the camera on. Oh, hello, hello, hello. New shoes. Who got new shoes? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Delise is getting married. When is your wedding? When is your wedding? And have you invited me for your wedding? Because I don't see the invitation in the mailbox. I am wearing today. Oh my God, now I'm gonna forget the name of the house. It's called Keemun. I think it's Keemun. And what's the name of the house? Forget. They have another one. I think it's called not Mur Mystère. That's Tom Ford. But they had another Mur fragrance. I've met them in. I think the first time I saw them in. Was it not Exxon's? Seen them in the Scent Explorer for the first time. And then Welton, London, a Keemun from Welton. This is actually, like, it actually surprises me because before, I always thought of it, I mean, I haven't worn it a lot, but before, every time I put it on, I felt this was a kind of like a more tea and iris fragrance. But this morning, as soon as I put it on, it was more of a, like, what I got from it. It's a lot of iris and myrrh actually on the top. And I really like that kind of, maybe because it's already hot outside, it really warmed up quickly on my skin. But I love the combination of this. Almost reminds me of, there's one from LK. It's called Florentine. I don't know how you say that. I know it depending if you say S or Z for double S's. Dessert, right? So I think it's probably baiser. I don't know. It could be very bad, or it could be just meaning kiss of Florentine. I think whatever it means kiss of Florentine. It reminds me of that one. That one is discontinued, but that's also an iris and myrrh fragrance. This one is uh a little bit different than that one because it has the tea note. But again, that kind of combination of iris and myrrh made me think of that one. Anybody listening? What's up with you guys? What are you wearing? I don't see the scent of the day for anyone. Let us know. I'm gonna have my Tim Horton coffee a little. Yes. It's hot outside, but I still drink hot coffee. This is something about Middle Easterns people. my people, that funny enough, you would think these countries that like very, very hot, like I mean, where I where I grew up, it wasn't very hot anyways, but you would think people in the hot climate won't drink hot drinks, but that is what actually in a lot of Middle Eastern countries, that's what they drink. Like it's, you know, you drink tea all day, hot tea and hot coffee all day. Which is funny to think of. Like it's, you know, we do have some cooling drinks as well. Like especially like there's a very traditional. Um, Kevin is not here, but like he would have known it's like hot shears. Like it's a really nice cooling drink, and some some like rose kind of syrup with water, and then like some ice. Like that's some like a cooling drink for summer. But mostly we do drink tea all throughout the summer. You'd see people sitting outside. It's like I don't know 38 degrees. Like that's you know, almost 100 Fahrenheit, and they're still drinking tea, hot tea. There's something about it though. I think it's just making it makes you acclimatize or something like that. I'm not 100% sure what is it about that one. Anywho, I still like my hot coffee. I don't like for the breakfast. I have to have a hot drink. Like I can't have a breakfast without a hot drink. It's always either a tea or a coffee. Later during the day, I can have iced coffee, but the problem is I don't drink coffee later during the day, so I don't know. Yeah, everyone is quiet. What's going on? People are no talky, so that's all right. I don't usually wear the color red. The red is not really. This is the first. It's the first time. I don't know. This is probably the only red shirt I have in my collection today, and then I have matched it with. I told you I'm gonna show my shoes. I matched it with these to go together. Isn't that nice? Red shoes. I'm a little nervous about them because I don't know if it's appropriate for the office, but I have matched them with the red shoes, so I am ready, especially with this very pointy. I'm ready to kick some ass. I am ready to kick some ass today. Pray for my lady in red. Is that a Sting? Who sang Lady in Red? Oh, I think it's a Sting, no? Um, yes. Pray for my office mates to not piss me off. Um, because guys, also if you guys don't know, like driving in high heels is one of the most pisses me off. Not that I can't do it. I can drive in like 10 inches. I like not 10 inches, but that's too much. That's 10 centimeters, like 4 inches. I can drive in those, no problem. But what happens is as soon as you start driving in those shoes, and the shoe industry has not figured this out, the first thing it's gonna go is the tip of your shoe is gonna get rubbed off like by contact, and then the back of the shoe it's gonna get rubbed off and it's gonna go. So I have a pair of car shoes and a pair of so I changed my right foot to this car shoes, um, and then drive with that because it's an automatic, so I'm not really using my left shoe. But it's super annoying. I don't know if it happens to guys like their dress shoes. Um, It never happens to my sports shoes, like not to my runners, but it's always like with these kind of a leather kind of thing. It's just always goes, and there's no really good solution for it really that I have seen or anyone has suggested. If you're watching later and you have a good solution of Christopher, yes, Christopher, right. Oh man, I gotta listen to him. God, my sister loved Christopher Gregg. My sister absolutely loved Christopher. I gotta watch. I gotta listen to that. That would be my tune of the morning. Thanks, Babush, for reminding me. Anyways, if you know a tip to save my shoes, as I can show you a sample. I think this already gone. Oh, no, these have been, oh, see, like the front of the shoe goes like that. It just rubs all the time. The back is fine on this one, but the front goes pretty badly. So if someone has a suggestion for me, please let me know. Anyways, I gotta go, guys. Hope you have a good day. Like, subscribe. I have 10 people in the house. Are you Russian? Do I look Russian? That's probably the furthest thing that I do look like. I don't know. Maybe the chat can tell me what do I look like? What ethnicity do I look like? Then there's the quiet. What ethnicity do I look like? And I was in Italy. If I weren't like, they can tell by eyes. Like they can, as soon as I take off the sunglasses, they would know I'm not Italian. But usually they would start speaking Italian to me if I was wearing the sunglasses, and I'm like, oh, I'm not Italian. But I think the eyes that are the givers. Like as soon as I would take out the sunglasses, they would know. It's a funny fact that I'm thinking of. Like, why every Russian guy that I know of has dark hair, and like they're white, but they have like dark hair. Like they're not like, but the women all are blonde. Is everyone dyeing their hair? I don't know. Anywho, since nobody has anything to say, I gotta go. Have a great day, guys. And take care. Can we see? Filipino Russians have Mongol genes. Filipina? God. Not Filipino. Russians have Mongol genes. Well, there is kind of a shared genetics, I think, in that area with Afghanistan and like even the um, east of Iran, the eastern part of Iran, Afghanistan, um, like those little countries from Soviet Union and all of that are the same. All right. Well, guys, I'm gonna go. Have a good day. Bye bye.